Hi everyone, Walter Bowne. Welcome. I'll be your tutor for the college admissions essay process. Enjoying some iced tea here, fresh brewed. Very hot, but in the shade it's pleasant in the garden. So what you're going to be doing this week, of course, if you got my email, you're going to be writing your college admissions essay. So this is very important. It's not just like a checklist, I just got to get this done, you rush it in. No, you need to take a lot of time with this. You got to do a lot of diving. You need to think what separates you from the other 100,000 applicants that are applying to UMass, Penn State, Rutgers. So you need to think about a lot of things this week. When you start writing your essay, you're going to share it with me through a Google Doc. I've read hundreds and thousands of these types of essays. The summer writing program I started way back, probably 17 years ago. This is my 21st year at Eastern, and seen many successes, right? So this is the one place on your application that they get to see you as a person. Teacher recommendation letter is another place where they get to see you as a person, especially if the teacher writing your essay is not writing a form letter. And a personal interview. Now, if you're going to a small private school like Washington College, yeah, you might be able to get a personal interview. But a big Penn State, Rutgers, Maryland, Delaware, no, most likely not. Doesn't mean that you couldn't talk with the bio professor at Delaware and to see how the program is set up, but that's always a great option. COVID makes things a little bit more difficult. They might not be in their office. But what you'll get out of this week, hopefully what you put in. Like, if you put in a lot, I'm here to help you, right? I am here to guide you, instruct you, but if you're Skywalker, you're doing the work. Yoda's just sitting back and giving instruction like a coach, right? I'm the coach. You guys are doing the running. So hopefully you can make a lot out of this and make sure that you respond to the prompt, that you're not writing cliche, that you're writing a narrative, that it's a story, it's an interesting story, and try to go small, right? Try to have a single unified incident. Like, this happened to me 2 weeks ago. I was with my dad and this thing happened. It does not have to be an epiphany. It does not have to be like a James Joyce, the sun shone through the window and you realized, some insight. Now, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. Raisin in the sun, Benita sees that sledding accident, and then she realized when the kid came back healed that she wanted to be a doctor. That's an epiphany moment. And if you have one of them and it's legit and you're not making it up, do it. Hey, it's fantastic. Make it entertaining. If it's not fun to write, it is not fun to read. So if you're having trouble with it, start over, okay? I'll be helping you pitching ideas. No essays about scoring the winning goal. Don't sit by your bedside as your grandfather dies. These are all cliches. I mean, yes, they mean a lot to you. Winning that goal, tearing your ACL, your grandfather, your nana dying, sad, happy, but your grandfather dying, that's why University of Maryland should, have you come in. Winning that goal in 8th grade? Come on, now. What makes you stand out? Your charisma, your personality, your motivation, your focus, your tenacity, your grit. And it can be just a simple essay about a time during COVID, let's say, where you had time with your mom and a blessing. And you never really had time with your mom. Or you have more family time now at dinner, where you used to think it was a drag. And now it's like, you know what? I'm learning a lot about Dad. Or I'm learning a lot about my older sister, who's now staying with me because she's no longer at GW. She's living at home doing remote classes. So you don't want cliche and you don't want platitudes. And if your essay can be about anybody, like, I've worked hard, I'm really passionate, stop, okay? Everyone applying to Stevens is passionate and hardworking. telling us a story, right? And it's a story about you. So really, you're writing fiction, but you have the elements of narration, you have the elements of fiction, except that this is creative nonfiction, right? You should have dialogue in your essay. Now, if you say, Walter Bowne, listen, I don't remember what my mom said exactly a month ago, 2 years ago. Okay, you can approximate, right? There's some license involved where, creative license where you can reimagine dialogue. That's totally fine, as long as you get the essence, all right? But punctuate your dialogue correctly. If I say it's not, I will let you know. And have fun with it, right? Try to get input from others, but too many cooks spoil the broth. So if you have too many people reading it, sometimes you just need to trust a few people, and hopefully you trust me. If you don't, that's okay. No big deal. And take care. Any questions, please email me. I'll be sending you, sharing with you a document where I'll be setting up conferences with you during our 2-hour sessions. And so look at the week, look at the 2 hours, and I'll count how many. I think there's about 10. So I will chunk each part and have some one-on-one conversation. Because some things you want to talk about are private, right? And you don't want it all in one big giant Zoom call, which totally makes sense. If this was done at school, as I do in the classroom, we go into the hallway and have a little chit-chat, little confab. But with Zoom, this makes it easy. Actually, everything we're doing can be done remotely, right? The editing, the sharing, the talking. Is there the human-to-human interaction? Not as direct as it is in person, but it works. It can work. And avoid anything that's too controversial. You don't know your audience. They could be a Trump supporter. They could be a Biden supporter. They could wear a red hat or a blue hat. Don't talk about your drug rehab. All right, save that for your nonfiction book. There's so much more to you than you realize. You just have to do some deep diving. And some of you are very good at this, like introspection, looking in, introspect. Some of you, if you're a lot of the teenagers that I know, and there's hundreds of thousands I've taught, maybe not that many, but it's at least a small town. 20 years times 150 kids, it's a lot of kids. Very uncomfortable writing about themselves. But add friends, add family members. If your sister's named Bobby, say Bobby. Describe Bobby, use description. J.K. Rowling uses description. No, sorry, that's a little too soon to be mentioning her name, I guess. But let me know. And any questions, just email me. And look forward to working with you. Take care. Good luck. Bye-bye. Get out there, enjoy this weather. Stay hydrated. Oh, and brew your own iced tea. This is a passion fruit made with local honey from a friend of mine. And almost no calories and very, very cheap and so much better than Starbucks. Oh my God.